We don't have to go up 50 flights of stairs and watch them go up and go up and go up.
Right.
We just watch them start and go up, and then you show them at the top.
Right, but you still need some
Shorthand.
dialogue to go along with that, to build the story.
Well, right. Not necessarily. You don't need dialogue to make
I disagree with that.
I
You need
totally
some
disagree with you.
you need some
It's
dialogue.
called silent film. You don't need dialogue to act.
Well, it depends, I guess.
Okay.
I
It
think
depends
you're
on
both
your
right.
story you're trying to
I
tell.
think you're
We'll
both
agree to
right.
disagree on
Yeah,
that.
that's right. I think you're both right.
You're
You
both
can,
right.
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It depends
you
on your
can-
story.
Yes,
That's
yes,
true.
I'll give you that one. Yes,
That's true.
you're correct.
That's true.
And you're messing up his audio.
Oh, that's just ADD right there. I kept messing with this thing, not really knowing what it was. Wow, I'm sorry.
See, that's a microphone right there.
Oh
That is
yeah.
a microphone.
That's a
Have I
microphone
messed
right
up?
there.
Have I been playing with it a lot?
No, you haven't. Actually. I've actually watched you move this a little bit, but that really probably won't.
Sorry.
But you touched that right there.
Always sounds like the waves of an ocean.
Yeah, that's right. Sounds like something. I totally didn't even know what it was.
Right, all the sounds.
So, that suspense music, or if there's something, I don't know, sometimes it's interesting when you choose music, because it could be like there's a bit of music and then you sit down and you have the conversation and there's no music whatsoever. There's a bit of business with opening the drawer, trying to, and there's music there. So when do you choose when music is...
Okay, you're right about that. If anybody saw the Diane Dresbach movie,
Yes.
we just did it. They were put over music.
It was too much music.
I mean, it was music everywhere. Where the girls going checking the electric box outside, and like, it was music to that too. And
Yeah.
like every
takes away from
move,
the movie.
you do not need
So-
music over everything.
Yeah, so
And that was the
I
name
would
of
like to
it.
direct if it's
Yep.
one of mine, because all of mine I just have a small thing in, like me and Sherry have like the smallest roles. In the men's one, I still have to come
The
up
old men.
with a bit of dialogue for the flashback with you and your boyfriend. So if you have anything in mind, so it just has to be simple, doesn't it? So we can all add to
I like that.
men's one.
Just as that trigger finger starts to move, you cut.
Yeah.
Just as it starts to move.
Go.
Just as it's...
Yeah, I just like it. I like the
Is he-
opening
is he
sequence
twitching?
of him driving. I like pacing in film. So my thing is, I like that idea of him driving and going through that moment, and that moment where you bring everyone in, and and also at that. You remember that movie Drive? And I just like that visually. Visually, I like the idea of the dust and the headlights and the rattling down the road, and that moment of this guy driving, and suddenly you're like, well, okay, what's going on? So you get pulled in, and then you have that flash thing, and then you go to the creeping. So you got a little rhythm there, and then you have that
See, I've
and then
got
you
a
have the
rig
excitement, and then it builds to
that I
the
built.
climax, and I don't want anybody to decide. I don't want to give away like he does that, right? I want it to be like tension like
Well, it
that.
could be
so-
that quiver on
and then at the
of the
end, I want it to
trigger
go to
finger.
black, and then I want it to say to be conundrum and credits. That's it. Conundrum.
That's the word.
That's it. Big words. Conundrum.
Or would you like to direct it yourself?
Well, I mean, here's the problem with this. I have this vision of it, and I hate that. That's where
Well,
the
you would
dilemma,
have to direct
where the
it.
dilemma comes in.
You
is
have to
that
direct
if
it,
I
then.
just let somebody else do it and they do their own vision, then it's not my movie. That I've envisioned.
So you'd have
Because
to
I
direct it
visually
yourself.
see the movie. I see how it works. I see the dust. I see the truck. I see the I see the getting out. I see the pacing. I see the action. I see the tension.
But you
I
can
see
also,
the music.
you
Yeah.
can also
you know what I
convey
mean?
that to a director, too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you
Or
director,
or
AD,
DP,
or
yeah.
AD, EP, DP, these
So
guys
therein
are
lies
also
my
part of
dilemma,
the
because
team.
I think it's hard to direct yourself.
Because,
Well,
well, that's it. You see, you could direct it when it's not you, and then when it's you, you would have your team. If these guys aren't in it, then
Yeah. Plus, you can always look at the shots after it's done and then say, okay, yeah, that's what I want.
yeah, because it would be like a team effort, wouldn't it?
I really think that this is the most important part of it, is how we choose really will be which envelope we pull. And
I would
what's-
think.
Yeah.
It's the line.
It's going to be the
yeah.
line.
And we might have to do something else.
Because,
Come
yeah,
up with
they may
something
be
else
really
completely.
goofy and they're not going to fit with his. It's just not going to be right.
And yeah, exactly.
Or they might
So-
fit perfectly with his, but not with
Not
the other.
with-
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all at
All
this
we might
point.
have to
You know.
make.
So here's the
Just
thing: is
have
I
it.
would like to direct that myself.
Well,
Of
And
course,
I'd like to
of course
star
you
it.
would.
Sorry.
Of course you
So
would.
That's what I'd like
You
to do.
course
I'd be
you
like
would.
one of the main characters in it. I want to be
course
the
you
guy
would.
driving the truck.
The
I
ones
think
that I've
you
written
could
have
do
got
both.
me.
That's
as a
what I
big
want
part.
to do, because it's
I
my
think we have
vision.
to
I
do
see
that.
it. You know what I mean? It's like I want my vision. Otherwise, I want to
You
wait
want
until
what
I
you
do it
want.
myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you've
So-
got the
What
team
you want.
helping you direct it. Just
Yeah.
tell us what to do. You know.
Yeah, all I need to do is have people, I mean,
Would you
run the
want me to
camera, set
edit
it up, and yeah, I mean, obviously, but
But you
as
would be
director, I
there.
always rule over
Want to
everything.
be there. Yeah, exactly.
It's my
Well,
vision.
That's my point, guys. Listen.
I let the editor go, and then I said, no, not that, no, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, that's another thing as
collaborate
well.
on that.
Yeah,
Like,
collaboration.
That's common.
The last
This is
time.
my vision. That's
Do
what
a
a
Yeah.
rough
director
cut,
does.
send it
It's
to you,
their
say
vision.
no, change this,
Yeah.
put that in, change that
Yeah,
around.
Exactly.
exactly.
okay with
Because
rough
I
cut?
think
Yeah,
whoever.
that's
yeah.
every day.
Is that okay?
I do
'Cause
that
like,
every day with clients. Every day.
I would
The music
like to
on that
be
is a very
involved with
simple
the
one. That's
editing
what's
if
nice
it's
about it. It keeps the
our
sound
piece
design
when
is
we
really
wanna
simple.
be
What's
involved with
what's
our
important
piece.
is not the
But
music,
we'll-
but what's very
we
important
want
is
to
the
be
crunch of the
involved.
feet walking,
of course.
the sound of
Yeah.
the door closing, and that night, the
I guess
the
it was my idea.
rattle of
It
the
is.
truck, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, driving
Yes.
down the road,
70-30.
the breathing of the
Okay.
characters,
Right,
the
assistant.
barking of the dog, the
The,
screen door
correct,
slamming
correct.
shut and opening, and the, you know what I mean, things like that, and that humming sound at the end, to build that tension. All simple
You're
stuff.
gonna love-
It's all about sound design.
You have
Not
to see all
music
of
is
it.
not. The music would be kind of just easy stuff. It's just you get a quick little piano thing, and just to create
I've
this
got
pacing,
tons
ding,
of
ding,
stock.
You are gonna love
Ding,
Robert
ding,
Wright.
ding.
That you can use.
Sounds.
Probably.
I do want to say, yeah, there in the last week or two, there's been some kind of misunderstandings and stuff within the group and stuff. And I think, in the last 24 hours, we've been able to kind of sort that out and stuff amongst ourselves, like we've always been able to do in the past, I think. And I think a lot of it does come on me because I'm not communicating with some people and I'm communicating with others. And that does kind of, fall on me and things too. And I don't want to apologize for that. That's, something, I guess, is live and learn and stuff. So, because I know, mainly, I know if I talk to Sherry about something, Sherry will tell Gary. I know if I talk to Julie about something, she'll talk to Bill about it and stuff. But maybe I need to be more, when we have these things and there needs to be communication and stuff, take the lead in that and do the communication, as opposed to just trying to put it up on Facebook and stuff and be kind of taking the
Or
wrong
trickle
way.
down
and be
information.
dry. Yeah, correct. And that is something.
I think I'm just getting like the wrong, like the whole thing that I did. I think I had the wrong information because I wasn't reading every Facebook post, and if I'd known, then maybe because I feel that I was, saying a Bill. I feel that I was backing Bill because I didn't want to go until 10 either, but I feel that it sounded like he was the bad guy, but it was really me.
Well, let me explain the
that
10
was the
o'clock
bad
then,
guy.
and the 9
Well,
o'clock.
now I get it
we all-
because
yeah,
you were.
If you
I
look
know,
at the
I
original
didn't
call
look at
time,
the
Yeah.
original
was
call
11:30.
time. Was it
Usually-
ever 12? Where do I have 12?
That's
That
the cast.
was 12. Crew
Cast was
11.
us. Oh,
Yeah.
good,
Yes.
good.
Yeah,
But if you
guys
look at
are
the time,
cast.
when we get together, how many hours do we sit and talk? It's between 2 and 3 hours.
But
so
we do
standing
add
around,
We
food,
do need
though.
to expedite that. We need
Yeah.
to stay focused, less
stay
less
focused.
bullshit
we-
and more
whether
productivity.
whether we need
My
to
time's
do it or
valuable.
not,
I
whether we
know.
need to or not,
As
my
our-
time is
all
valuable.
And I
of
would think
ours.
everybody's time is.
It
But,
is
Let me
but if
finish.
nobody else thinks so, I'm saying
Let me
mine is.
finish my statement, please. Whether we need to expedite it or not, the fact is, when we get together, we take between 2 and 3 hours. Bottom line, whether we need to cut that back or not, that's not the point. The point is it happens. So, if there's an 11:30 or 11:30 for me and her in there, 9 o'clock is feasible. 10 o'clock is not enough time. That's why I said no, we need it at 9 o'clock. Because at 11:30, we're gone. Whether this is done or not, we're in there.
Yeah.
Totally
Well-
different animal, totally different production,
Yeah.
and that's going to stay on time.
I misconstrued
That's
it
why I
as-
said 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it was,
Yeah.
this 10 o'clock's not going to work.
Right, right,
And there's
but-
only an hour difference between 9 and 10. If you
Yeah.
come at 10, you can come at 9 o'clock. That's just the way I feel.
But Jeff, for me, I need an explanation of that. I need you saying, no, guys, you know what? Me and Sherry, we have to stop at least 11 because we have to organize everybody to come at 11:30. Then I'd understand. What are we talking about? Of course we have to be there at 9. I just assumed that it was going on until noon. So that's when I just thought, why is one person telling us what we have to do now? It needs to be a vote because we're all good stew.
Yeah,
And so-
nobody
Well, I thought it
nobody
was-
can tell us what to do unless you start paying me. You can't make me do anything.
Exactly.
Give me money, and then you can order me around.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm a free person, and I will do what I want.
Right,
So
right,
therefore, in order to keep me happy, just like everyone else, treat us all like we all have a choice. Is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
exactly,
Because
and
I do
that's-
have a choice whether you think so or not.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
will not come if I don't want to, and I feel like I'm not treated properly.
I would like to say this, and it goes back
That's
to
how
what
it is.
Julie was saying about reading all those posts and stuff.
Yeah,
We have that conversation up there to talk about good stew stuff, and I'm guilty of this too. We all chime in and we all kind of joke around in that too. And I know it's all fun and stuff,
Let's
but
keep
you
it
got to keep it.
professional.
Think about the person who's going back and hasn't looked at it in 8-10 hours and has to go all the way back and cut through all the BS that we've putting up there and kind of try and pick out what's important. and stuff,
I have
and
to
then
say,
things
I'm not
get
one of those
missed.
guys. You
I
rarely
know.
post shit on
I
there.
don't
So
look,
there you go.
guys. I don't look. I'm so sorry. I don't look because, like, I'm either working or,
Yeah.
you know, and I just look at what is said right there when I go on.
Yeah, and I get those. Sometimes I get it, and I got to sit there and turn off the alerts for an hour, and I got to consider that 5-6 times a day. Because
Yeah.
it's all
So,
kinda-
so what you're saying is
But
we
there are
should
times
use that
where-
as a professional communication
Correct.
if we're going to use it. If you want to sit around talk and bullshit, maybe have another page, which is the bullshit page, and then
Yeah.
information on that one.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then we can joke.
And then that way, you know, I can take myself out of the bullshit page and only stay in the information
Yeah.
one,
Exactly.
so I don't have
The
to have that
executive
thing go ding, ding,
communication
ding,
page
ding,
and
ding,
then
ding.
the social page.
Because you guys get a different sleep pattern than me, and in the middle of the night, I have my phone sitting there and it going ding, 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 ding.
You got your microphone off, don't you, Malcolm?
That's true.
Yes, that is Malcolm behind the camera, everybody.
Hello.
He is our. So look at this. Look at, oh no!
Ah!
Okay, edit it, submit it. There it is. We're done.
There it
Yeah.
is.
There,
Right.
DP.
So guys, with the 48-hour challenge, I got a little bit like, how come these guys can see the stuff, but I can't see it? He can't see it. You know, I want to be more involved in seeing the
See
stuff
what?
too.
See what?
During the editing.
The editing.
process.
It's like
You
I
know how
didn't
last
even
time you would send the links to me and Sherry, and we'd take a look at it and feedback, and then do some more.
You guys
work on
didn't send it to everybody else? I
had a
assumed
couple of
everybody.
times. Yeah, I had done it a couple
All I
times, and
do
it
is
wasn't
I
source
put it up
powered
on
either.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I
It's private,
totally
and I send
screwed
out
up
the
because
link.
I could have got a picture to you guys about the dolls, but
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
Create a folder in your email account, name it Good Stew, and you put everybody's email in it. Everybody's that's involved in Good Stew.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And so those messages from those people get automatically downloaded into that specific folder.
Then when you go to send an email to everybody, you just go into your addresses. Oh, Good Stew. Boom.
Okay, good.
And that goes to everybody
You mean a
automatically.
contact list?
Yeah.
Is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
address
it's a
book,
And then that
multiple
way-
address list. Yeah.
Because that way we can all.
Yep.
And then I will send that through that, and then everybody will get it. And it's just it's a YouTube link, is
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah, private. Nobody sees it. except
Yep.
us, right?
Except for us. Yeah.
Do you think if we'd have got the dolls, like I'd have come up and been
No.
there and got the dolls, it would have made any difference? No.
I think it
Well,
would have made a little
Pictures
difference,
of
but
the
not
dolls
enough.
Can you turn that off for a second?
Right. Not even open
We
yet.
still got a
We
half
can't
hour.
get in.
I know, I'm just trying to keep us on track here. 'Cause,
Okay, good, okay.
This is what
What's
fucking
next?
takes us 3 hours. Let's
Yeah.
stay focused.
And
on
also
business.
eating
What takes us
food.
3 hours at Denny's is
Eating
the
food,
food,
eating food.
and all the BSing around,
Yeah.
you know, and all that kind
Yeah,
of
we're
stuff.
not- we're
and
not
we've been able to
eating-
stay a lot more
Yeah,
focused.
seizures have a big part of it.
Seizure.
Yeah.
Sherry.
Can you please take
Poor
your
Julie.
medication?
When
I'm,
smooth
I'm
is
just
habit.
trying to keep us
Speaking of-
focused. Keep
No,
moving.
no, no. I like it. Do you have anything to say?
I have nothing to say.
Are you sure? There's nothing you want to say?
I think I've already said it. Haven't I said it? Yeah. I said, don't boss me around unless you pay me. That's
Hey.
my
Yeah.
rule number one.
Yeah.
You pay me,
Give me a
you can
dollar.
boss
Yeah.
me around.
$1.
Until then, you act like I'm volunteering and you have to be nice to me.
Okay.
I expect everyone expects that, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Except
I have
Gary.
to be nice.
Except
I have
Gary,
to
he
be
gets
treated
abused
very
all the
nicely.
time.
Right? If we're
Gary-
not
Gary
right.
He's a mail truck.
I have
Well,
to
Gary
be
doesn't hear it.
adored. I don't know why.
No, I didn't say adored. I'm
See?
just saying.
See?
It's
I don't know
saying.
why I'm doing this.
You know, this is all. We're all here volunteering, doing stuff in every fashion, and as soon as I get a paycheck for it, I'll do everything. You know, otherwise I'll do everything professionally to the ability of that I will accept it up to. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just asking for respect in that manner.
And
so,
there's no problem with
and
that.
then I'm hoping to give what I asked for. You know, I would hope that I would.
Yeah.
If I don't, you can call me.
Yeah. Well, I have.
What do we call you?
What?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Sherry, is there something you want to share with the group?
Yeah. Now.
Look at her. Ooh, that pause says it all.
Yeah. Now, the last time we spoke, we really need to do our projects, and I
Yeah,
do
let
agree
me-
with that.
Let me
But-
reiterate on that.
Yeah,
The only thing that and I think everybody, I would hope everybody agrees with us, is we have to stop thinking about these other groups and putting us second. That's all.
yeah.
I'm not saying, I don't think anybody's saying don't do things with other groups. I'm just saying, and I think everybody agreed with it at that meeting, was we have to put us first.
Yeah,
Not
we have
letting.
a lot of material to get through.
That we would
was it
like
on
to
here?
do.
Yes, look
Yeah.
at this, look at this. Yes, it was in here. We wrote it down. If we go by just time frame to get everything done that we've got written, ideas, and this isn't
Yeah,
all
and Bill
of them.
wasn't even here to add in his.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
your stuff isn't even in here.
I don't have anything.
There's,
Well, that thing you just told us about.
yeah, there's.
We don't have to do that as a feature. You know,
We've
we can,
got,
I mean,
there's
as
2
a
weeks, 2
challenge.
months, a week, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. There's damn near a year right there if we just do what we've got right now, finish it, develop it, and do it.
Yeah.
I would just say I
I would
wouldn't.
love to do my thing,
Let's say we're
definitely.
doing something on here, and there might be somebody in the group has an opportunity to do something else, and it's a larger role with a bigger group, or I mean a different group.
Yes.
It's a larger role, and they stand to really benefit from that, as opposed to doing a small role in our thing where we can get somebody else to do it. I would never fault anybody in this group for going ahead and
Nor
doing
would
it.
I.
But if
Correct.
you know, but I know what you were talking about. You're talking about certain other groups in the valley here whose stuff turns out to be
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, it's at a
You
challenge,
never-
and
you
you can hear
never
the guy
get
saying
the
"cut"
footage.
during the
You
you know.
never get the
Oh,
credit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You never
yeah.
get
Yeah.
anything. It never gets finished, and we know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know who they are.
Yeah.
As an actor, I've diligently spent the last 2 years getting my foot in the door with different groups of people because they're all making stuff.
Yes.
And you act and you do a film and you're done in a day or two. You know, so I'm always going to people that I like working with that do good stuff. I'm always going to work with them no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm always going to.
And those groups that you're talking
Are you
about,
going to give
I
up all
would-
your connections? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
we
That's
work
it, but see,
No,
there-
right, Gary?
But
Let me hear.
that's where you're misinterpreting this.
Yeah.
And you're kind of exaggerating it just a little bit. Because remember, you and I had the conversation about this. Remember that? It's not.
I remember
we're-
everything. So just so you know.
We're not saying
elephant.
give up your connections. Those words were never said. They were never implied. It's think about us first. That's all. That's all the whole thing is. That's all it is. Not saying stop doing this stuff. Not saying that at all.
Because I
in
won't.
any way.
That's a no.
When we're
No, you don't understand
like
that it's okay.
Breakfast
I know.
Killers, if he doesn't want to be involved in Breakfast Killers, it still sure would be nice to get the support from him in some fashion because he's part of the company. That's all.
Yeah.
I just hate the thought that certain projects might not be supported by the
Yeah.
whole group, and I
You
think
see-
that's where all of us may feel like a little. Well, why don't you want to help? You know, that type of thing. That's all.
No, I know what you
it's
mean.
just a support.
And I'm guilty
idea.
of that as well because if you go, okay, we're doing undesirables, like he's helping with crew. If Jeff calls me and says, "Will you hold the boom?" I'll say no because I never was in good stew to be crew. I was always in good stew to be an actor. I would also like to write and direct, but I really don't want to be crew. Is that allowed for me
That
not
you do
to
what
be
you want,
crew?
but I'm just here to say I will support you anyway. If you guys want me to bring you water, then I'll bring you water.
Okay.
That-
That's like
'cause I'm here to
that's why
support
I'm a little
everybody.
bit more selfish in that. I'm like, God, I've got 3 jobs. I've got a family. I've got, I
get a
cannot
lot
hold a
of spare
boom for
time.
you guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, if
I
you
run a
want me
business
to,
and I do the work. I do
I know.
everything.
If you want me to
Believe
be
it or
in-
not, it's
No.
a lot of
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
If I'm
and
not
I
in
think we all
Breakfast
understand
Killers,
that. You know,
I support
it
you
all depends on one's
here, but I
personal
don't know.
ability to be available for those kind of things and stuff like that. And it's not
And
so
I have
much
zero
like
interest
That's
in
my
being
only
crew.
problem.
Yeah.
If I want to be crew, I'd be crew. I don't want to be crew.
Yeah. So.
I'm an
I
actor.
will
So
be
that's
crew.
why I am bad in that way. because
I just happen to have
know
some free
what
time
you're
this
saying.
weekend to do it.
Well, I
so
just
I'll
don't
do
want
it.
to. I agree with Julie. I mean, at least I'm just saying it. I don't want to. It's
No,
not that
you've
I-
got- you've
not
gotta
saying-
have an
I'm
interest
saying
in
that
it.
I just don't want to. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just being honest. I could
And
say,
that's
oh
why-
yeah, I'll do it, but I
And
won't
is
be
it okay to
unhappy.
be
I'm not
honest?
going
It's
to.
good to
So
be
now
honest.
You've got to have an
production
interest
company
in it
gets something
to
to
be
do.
able to do it.
Right.
That's I agree
That's
with
the
that.
thing.
That's
I
totally
don't think
true.
I
anybody
feel
would
a bit
fault.
of a traitor.
I don't.
Is
know.
it? Is that
I mean,
not
I
a
didn't
question
train
though?
for 2 years in acting to hold a boom mic.
I know, but guys, we're a production company. How does a
Especially like with
production
someone like
company
Patrick,
get
who
something
his
produced?
time's
Tim?
very
You
valuable
hire,
because he has
people
to go
on to
on,
hold the boom.
Then
he won't show up on a
does
set
everyone
to hold a
support
boom
that?
because he could be out making money
That's
for his
another thing
family.
about
I mean, here's the whole thing
You
is, I
bring him
don't
in
like
and act, he'll do it.
Are you
know,
going to help
and
with getting
never
help
fault
us
Patrick
find
for that either.
somebody, the perfect person for that?
Well, yes, yeah. Look, Jeff got tons of people working. Right? How did that?
But you have people
You
too,
posted
right?
on Arizona Crew, and people sign up. That's what they like doing.
Yeah.
That's their skill set. That's what they have a passion for.
Yeah.
Some people like
I
doing
guess
that.
what she's saying, I would assume, is that why should we have to look elsewhere when we've got enough bodies right here capable to do it?
Because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I know I don't want to be a
It's
bother
like me
you
when I do
guys.
the tree
I
business.
wanna be
I
a-
hire other people to pick
an
the
actor.
crap up while I cut it because I don't want to.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because my skill set is better used doing the stuff that I'm better skilled at. It's just like I don't wash my own truck because I know that I can pay somebody $15 to go wash it, vacuum, and do all this, and it'll be done in and out in 30 minutes instead of me go spend an hour of my time in which I make $60 an hour doing to save that $15. I'll just go to work and make $60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's why.
Exactly.
Time management.
Yeah, I know. Because for me, if I don't work, like that, I work a lot on weekends at the Brass Armadillo, and if I don't work, I don't get paid. But I'll always say to them, I am doing my film this weekend because that's my passion, and I'll not work. However, if it was a difference between me making money and helping you guys with catering or crew or whatever, I have to choose my financial situation for that.
Well, everyone
Right,
does that.
everyone
I'm
does
just
it.
saying, though, that sometimes you need like an AD type thing or a PA, a lead PA. I remember you brought me on to help you with Joe's movie and stuff.
But
'cause-
did you want to
'cause
do
you
that?
need-
That's what you
Yes.
wanted
Did you,
to
you
do.
wanted to
Right.
do.
I didn't
Yeah,
say
I
you have to
think-
do this.
No,
See,
nobody
I said,
some
would you like to
people-
do this?
Right.
Some
Yeah,
people
got
love the
it.
You
paperwork
helped
end of
bring
it. Some
me
people
on.
can't stand it.
Got
You
it.
helped bring
And
me
I'm
on.
the can't stand it
That's
Some
the
people
situation.
can
I
sit there,
don't like
Not-
like I saw
not
you yesterday,
you did
wrapping
the
up
physical work.
electrical
You helped
cords.
Yeah.
find
The
something.
way you did it. I was watching you, how you
So
did it.
Well, we all
sometimes
do
even,
that.
even
And I was
doing
telling,
that takes
uh,
takes things
Alex,
away from
see how
Joe,
he's doing that?
Oh, really?
the director,
That's how you
know?
get the tables out of
I
it.
think
That's
that's
how you
wrong.
do it.
Yeah.
Now
Did you do
somebody
it
else,
sexily?
Because now they're in
Was
the-
it
somebody
sexy?
else, if he did it, he'd probably grab it up in the ball and throw it in the. Not
Yeah.
saying that he
So
would,
my
but
point
yeah,
was
Yeah,
not
yeah.
made.
he'd throw it in the bucket.
See,
Yeah.
for me, my interest.
Make
But at least
See,
you
for
were.
me as an actor, I want to act, but also as a writer and director and filmmaker and stuff, you got to be able to go on set, and you got to. It's. I guess a good analogy is this: when I was in the post office and I was a clerk and I was working a night shift and I wanted to move to the day shift. To do that, I had to become a delivery supervisor, but I'd never delivered a piece of mail in my life. So I sat down with my postmaster and I said, I want to stop supervising for 1 year and I want to change crafts to become a mail carrier because I want to carry the mail. Because I want to have that experience before I start supervising. One thing I couldn't stand in the military was when we had a guy who was a sergeant, he was a flippin' dental assistant.
There he is.
And then he
Good
changed
morning.
his jobs and became
Or
into the
afternoon.
artillery as a section chief, and he never fired a damn round, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing. So for me, to aspire to be a director or and to make movies and stuff, I want to know a little bit about each little different thing
Right.
about it. I
And
want to
you're
know lighting.
interested,
I want to
yeah.
know,
Right.
I don't always have the time. So sometimes when I have
So should I
weekends like
call
this
Eric
and I can
and
jump
do
on
the
a
fight
crew,
scene again?
I don't, but that's just me personally.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
I
not
agree with you.
representative of the entire group, and I would never ever think
I
that
think
it would be.
what we
I'm
should
of
do
the
too.
mindset
Yeah.
that I'm of
is-
the mindset you put people who already know how to do it in there and expedite the process.
Yes.
Sherry hasn't finished her, we kind of talked
Yeah,
over
that
her.
is true,
So
too.
can you
Yes, go ahead.
let Sherry talk? Sherry, please finish what you
It
were
was
saying.
really just a very small point, but
Mm-hmm.
but important in my whole support point. It's just, sometimes, as Jeff can attest right now doing a feature film is going to take a lot of hands helping out. And I'm not saying holding boom mic. I'm not saying fetching water or anything like that. However, it does take a lot of people figuring out how we're going to schedule, who's going to Who can somebody please, for the love of God, go help me find, you know, somebody for sound this weekend? You know, that type of thing. That's where a production company becomes a production company, because they help with the entire production in some fashion, even if you're not acting in it.
Well, I think
Yeah, I see what
you're
you
exactly right, but we key on each other's strengths. But why would
I
you send
know.
Gary to find old women dresses
Yeah, when that's
When-
my forte.
when it's
Yeah.
her?
I could
You know,
do that.
why
I
would we
Yes.
But for your
why would we have Gary schedule the whole thing
but for your information,
if he's
I-
late for work every day?
Exactly.
You know,
For your information, I'd find that dress. by the
I
way.
bet you would. It's probably in your closet.
Yes, it is.
I have a better one.
I understand what you're saying, Sherry. I think it's the difference is some people. You would like us to be all involved, no matter what we do as a group, whereas people like me are selfish and going, I don't want to do that. I just want to do what I want to do.
And I agree with Julie, because I'm in that same boat where I don't want to be.
But
You know,
in-
I didn't join this to become.
But in
you
the
know,
same token,
Anybody's lapdog?
but in the same
That's-
token,
Oh, well, no,
everybody's
it's
got to
on.
understand that we're going to need help bringing in equipment. We're going to need help moving the light over.
I'll do that if I'm in. I will
You know,
do all that. if
Nobody
I'm
should be
in
above
it.
that.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
mean,
I will do all.
that-
If I am on set with lines, I will help you. If I'm not doing it, I'll hold the boom. I've done that before. I will do stuff. I will help if I'm on set with lines as an actor.
Yes.
I will help do
But
all
coming
that
in
stuff.
just to do that specifically.
Yeah, it's
you're
difficult
right.
for
I
me
agree
because
with
my
you.
time is
I
like.
agree with you.
You know, I mean,
Stretch.
I
When
do
you're-
have to
when
have
you're-
something
when
to
you're-
say a little bit about that. I mean, there's a certain point too where your acting is the face of your movie, so you got to let your actors be in their space to get good acting. Otherwise, you're going to get superficial acting. Quality acting requires prep work and everything. You get somebody out there chit chatting and this and that, and now go in there and cry. It's not going to happen, and you're going to get a
Right,
fake cry.
right.
So more, it's like if we have a bunch of equipment to bring in before we're acting and on set, can we bring that stuff in? I'm saying, yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll get in my zone. And then when we're done, I'll help with the
Because
equipment.
bottom line is we're gonna have
You're
PAs.
the same, right?
Yeah.
That's
You
what
feel
a
the
PA
We're
same.
always gonna have
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you have to allow your
Yeah,
actors
yeah,
to
no,
act
I
in
know
a
what
way
you're
that is
Yeah.
but beneficial, because otherwise you're just spitting in the wind.
No, you can't pull them out of the corner when they're preparing and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
okay, come here and hold this light for me a minute." Will you?
Ultimately,
Stop
all
what you're
this
doing.
background
Exactly.
supporting
There's a
info,
little balance to that.
and it's not saying actors should be treated like prima donna. I'm just saying that a cameraman, while he's sitting there setting up his stuff, he don't want the actor sitting there and going, "Oh, what's this button? What's that
Right.
button?" Right?
You're right.
And an
You're
actor,
right.
when he's preparing his stuff, he doesn't need you going, "Hey," and chit chatting and cracking jokes on him while he's trying to be serious. That it's all about respecting each skills. They have a certain process for each job. And therefore, you got to let people do their job. Just like the guy sitting the track, you can't sit there and go kicking the track while he's working. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
common
exactly.
sense.
I agree with that.
Acting has a different set of process
Agreed.
that doesn't always look like you're doing something.
Yeah. You're right. So adjourned. Are we adjourned?
Hit it.
Have we all
Hit
said
it,
what
Mr.
we
Does
need to
anybody?
say?
No. Seriously, does anybody else have anything to add?
Yeah. Does anyone else?
Because I think this was a very productive meeting and stuff. And
Just
I
kidding.
think that.
Thank you.
Today, Bill, be gentle on him because I don't think it's his back. I think it's his hemorrhoids. I'm not really
Is it
sure.
your
I'm not doing
hemorrhoids?
anything.
I'm having
No, I'm just
I'm
grabbing-
having
grabbing
hemorrhoids
your shirt.
problems too.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know, he
no.
got that on camera.
I'm having hemorrhoid problems. Just kidding.
Yeah,
It's
you
not.
have hemorrhoids?
I'm not having
He's gonna edit the
hemorrhoid
just kidding
problems.
out.
I'm having ovary problems. No, just kidding.
That is way too much information.
Just
for this
kidding.
brain.
Again, I am kidding. For the love of Pete.
You're
You're not as
Yeah.
young as you used to be as
Yes,
well.
you did.
I
How was
think
Lee
it's
doing
because we
this? I know
think
he
we're
was
young and we're not.
Yeah,
We're
last
old,
week in
Gary.
Yes, we are.
We have
Oh,
to
he's
protect
got-
ourselves.
Scoliosis?
One time when I was like 20 years old, I
Let's have this conversation
Let's
outside.
have this conversation outside.
Let's have this conversation
No,
outside.
we're having this conversation outside. Is this a smoker's zone?
Yes, it is, sir. Oh my God, it was gone in 20 minutes.
So I think John should be this side. This side. And when he walks up to the, or when he turns from the bar,
Don't we have him breaking a glass?
That's
Or
when he's
is-
having his conversation
With
with
Larry.
Yeah, he
Are-
knocks the glass off the table and it breaks.
Are we?
no, we're not breaking
we're
the
not
glass.
breaking the glass.
No,
Damn it! That sucks.
no, you can't break the glass. Unless I'll ask him, but I don't.
Do we need one take?
Yeah, I
It'll
don't
be a
think.
one take. Unless we got a whole.
And also think about it's a dark floor. You really won't get a lot of
All of it.
Yeah.
But you'll get the sound.
I can put the sound in.
Yeah.
I can put the breaking glass in.
Have somebody down,
Drop the
stand
glass on
underneath,
Grabbing it.
Right.
Unlike
Hello.
Tommy.
somebody hidden from the camera, or a pad there, some sort of falls
Yeah,
and doesn't
seriously.
break, and then you can just
Seriously,
add
we
it.
need to do that. It needs to be something. It's all about action. Who do we have for crew?
You're looking at it.
You're looking at it, yeah. That's what I thought. Malcolm?
Malcolm's working. He just waves. Mm. We have one going that way and then another one coming this way, depending on what my angle's gonna be, which I'm gonna find out right now.
Hello.
And we hear it, dude. Aaron Rodgers got me squat. He sucked.
Kind of lunge at him. Like that really pisses you off. Lunge at him, grab him and pull him into you.
That
You
really
go like
looks
this.
good on him.
Yeah.
I'll do it for the
Take 4 Vicodins.
I,
Shut the fuck up.
for a minute.
Oh, this is good right here. This is good right here.
Okay.
Right here, you got the beer bottle in the back.
Ever.
Has their logo. Has their logo.
What happened today, John? What made it this bad?
Got to be wearing that.
Okay. Well, she said that I would wear this. Should we talk to Sharon? No.
No. Little bit of belly, you know what I mean?
You don't really want to see my belly.
Well, you know what I mean, don't you? Tie it. I don't know what the hell you're talking. Cut!
Yeah, not really. It's like, you want me to see my belly? It would be like, okay, she's pregnant. No, she's too old to be pregnant.
La 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 la. la. But you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then our fourth setup is going to be the one at the very end for the long conversation. I figure since that's going to be our longest shoot,
Yeah, you know, a lot of people didn't know who that was.
Do you have any paint chips for me? Which way did it go? And I get my hair all down.
Dolly, and then do the door. One lighting setup. Yeah.
my number. You call me.
Yes, I will.
Right.
I'll call an hour.
You probably should anyway. Just give me shit about the Cardinals.
Exactly.
Just waiting on audio.
All right.
Waiting on sound.
Waiting on Malcolm to do sound for us. Come on. It's indie film. You have to do that sometimes, Malcolm. He's giving me this. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to turn it to that.
Black bag with a red stripe.
Okay. Okay.
No. Well, I want to. No, we're gonna do it. We need dark. We need a dark one. So we got time. We're good. But what I want to do is I want to get them set, and I want to run through it a couple times, complete, end to end, just to see where they're landing. Do with you? Do with you?
And you say.
All right, everybody, can you listen up, please? We're going to run through this 2 times, back to back, from start to finish dry, just to see where everything's at. Okay? Another round over here.
Haven't you had enough love?
Because it starts out with the bar's business, the bar's not working. Okay, so you can have that conversation. He's not across the bar. He's close enough to where you can hear him. Yeah, yes, that's normal. He's a drum. You're kind of blowing him off a little bit. Then you got him.
Haven't you had enough, love?
Okay, maybe.
Haven't you had enough, love?
Okay, fall into that chair.
I'm going to do that. And it's hot prop.
Jeff, I need
With
you.
no PAs or grips or anything right now.
No, nothing. This sucks. Okay, our sound guy is getting on the light rail, and then he's gonna bike ride here. That's an hour.
Yeah. He says he'll be here at 6:40, but I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, we're already a half hour behind. So that's putting it another hour. We're figuring he'll get off the light rail at like 12th Street in Washington. That's downtown. And that's gonna be,
Then you still got to ride his bike here?
and then he'd have to ride.
Oh my God. That's going to put us at midnight by the time he gets here.
Jeff exaggerates just a touch, but you can see what he means.
Somebody's got to go get him.
Someone's gotta go get him.
Somebody's gotta go
Mike,
get him.
who's gonna go get him?
Somebody's got to go get him.
I have a car that's
Yeah.
full of stuff.
He's got a bicycle. Who's got a truck? All right, let's run through this driveway real quick. All right, everybody, let's run through it once, please.
Yeah, we're waiting on sound. Our sound guy said he was going to be a little late. That's fine, you know, it's an indie. You got to do what you got to do. But what we didn't know is that his alternate mode of transportation was going to be the light rail and a bike. And the closest stop to here is like a half hour on bike, maybe. So we're just going to go have somebody scoop him up right now, I think. I think Sherry, our AD, is looking for someone to go grab him.
Go.
Otherwise, we're late and ready to go. So my job's done. We're ready. Sound guy. Always waiting on sound. Always. Remember that, kids. Always waiting on sound.
All right, from the top, let's go. Action.
Nifty. Another round here, please.
Haven't you had enough, love?
Where I'm from, there's no such thing.
Where I'm from, you've had your fill.
Come on, you're telling me that pubs in England don't have a bunch of people looking for an extra time?
Drunk.
Come on.
Drunk. Down on the bar. Down on the bar. You're drunk. You're drunk.
Cut me.
I ain't gonna work on me, love. Now get back over there and stop bothering me.
Maybe I can get my little girlfriend to get us some meat.
Missy, move on over here, please.
Have the Irish accent.
Yeah. Action.
Miffy, another round here, please.
Haven't you had enough, love?
Okay, we have to think of a cue for him because they're not getting through their lines over here.
Okay, we'll
Because he
take
doesn't
care of
know
that
when
in
to
a
get
minute.
it.
Let's run through this one
That's
time
fine,
first.
that's fine.
Completely.
No, no, well, we never ran through theirs, and that's not fair for them. I'm just saying.
Make notes. Make notes.
You're rusty, so you have to be very seductive with this. How are you going to do that?
I was like, oh, okay, oh, really?
Yeah, because he's gonna look at his.
Right. Right. Yeah,
his
you should remember
butternut
me. He's like,
sponge.
you have to look at it. I was like, it does not say that. I was like, that's not what it says. I was like, I can put two and two together.
Yeah. Oh, really? You know, very. You're gonna at that point, you know, size him up a little bit. Think, oh, butternut squash. That's an awfully big. Yeah.
Vegetable?
Yes. All right.
So it's just gonna make that kind of like a playful, like, oh, okay, oh, really?
Yeah, like, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Like,
'cause
yeah, like, oh,
the
okay.
first one confused.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Right, that's it. You're done. Looks like you won't have to pay us out this evening, don't you, son? do me a favour, get this tosser out of here. I'm going to have to insist you bugger off, lads. All right, sling your
Leave me the
oars.
fuck alone. You've been a great help, Mary.
Okay.
Bye. It's nice to meet you. Have fun. What's the matter? Can I get a draft of your house special? I'm the commissioner. I can't go over
Hey, Tim, what if you were right here?
You sit for everybody?
No, there's this. She said Eric.
Nice. Very
Change your white balance to 5200. Boom, boom.
Yeah, let's practice one more time. You don't want to pick us?
Jeff, are we rehearsing?
Sorry?
Are we rehearsing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are really close to
Man, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Stay the hell away from me!
Right, that's it.
Oh, when you said that, I'm making shit up all the time. Just go for it.
Good.
All right, I will.
Here, Julie.
Why don't you let me help you?
Well, here's
It's so obvious to you.
well, you have it's that, but there's also the moment when I said I don't know, you don't. I didn't think, okay, that's not you. I'm also thinking that's not me. So there's a double thought going through my mind. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I temporarily.
All right, let's go. Do it.
What's getting in the shot?
You're not gonna show me, right?
Julie, can you bring him an empty glass? Dirty one?
Yes, he does.
There's no logo? No logo? Do you have a glass with a logo?
That's dirty. Is it dirty?
Speed. Go ahead, roll sound.
Quiet, please.
I catch that clap? Did you catch it? Waiting on Slate.
Okay, you guys at the bar, you can talk a little bit,
right.
but don't roar.
You guys are rolling? All right, C25, take one.
Want the radio off? Is the radio on?
That's good. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, everybody settle. Ready, Gary?
Make sure I don't actually dip in your frame over there.
Good. Action.
Miffy, another round here, please.
Haven't you had enough, love?
Where I am from, there's no such thing.
Cut. Good.
Gary, come here.
One more time, Gary. Okay, we got about 2 minutes for setup.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
this way until I tell you to stop.
Slapping it on, dog with it.
Yeah, that's right. Here, look at this.
Oh, just where? Okay, I'll get you some. When I was cool, I don't need to be on there.
They do it. Very well. Very smooth running ship.
What about, you've got glasses right here. Your ear hole. Why can't you take a couple of glasses? Go back over there. Something to do with your ear.
Perfect. Perfect.
You don't look scared, Gary.
Hi, Gary. Walk in. Yes, sir.
Are you going having fun or something? Yes.
Okay, look at the camera, Julie. That was wrong because just as you did it, I hit the max zoom. I said, come on.
You didn't realize.
Oh, had I realized.
All right, everybody, here we go.
Can we get the TV turned down?
Where's the remote? Okay, good?
Yep.
You're in frame. There you go, Bill. Good. Slate. Speeding.
Do we go from the top?
All right, scene 25B, take one.
From when he walks up.
Okay.
All right, everybody settle. Action.
Where I'm from, there's no such thing.
Down. Down. There you go. Rolling.
Mark. Scene 25B, take two.
Everybody settle down. Action.
Haven't you had enough, love?
Where I'm from.
And cut. That was good because I got him walking by too.
That's exactly why I was in trouble. She run off and tell some legal here person. And besides that, you can't get worked on by somebody who's. Then she'll start going, oh, I don't have to do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to make me do that, then guess what you're not getting tonight. All that kind of stuff.
I'll do this when you come in, okay? Right outside.
Roll sound.
Sound speed.
Camera speed. Mark it.
You see Bill out there?
Scene 25D, take one.
John.
Cut. Moses. Back to one. There's a girls one here.
Roll sound. Mark it.
All right, scene 25D, take two.
John.
Cut. Perfect. Yeah, good take.
Nice job. Good.
No, on my right, his left.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody ready?
Ready?
Roll sound.
Sound speed.
Mark it.
Scene 25, echo, take one.
John. Actually, back to where about Alex is. Probably you're funny.
Wait. Jeff, move your arm. Okay.
Oh no, that's gonna say it's product placement, so we can't pay for this thing. Can we strike that light up right there? The one that's next to Malcolm? Light
what?
that back a little bit. That light that's right next to Malcolm.
Oh.
Strike that.
Strike it. Okay. Striking.
Good shot. Should be good then.
I thought that was fun.
You have a lot of homework. Yeah, yesterday I don't know what you were doing, but that stuff was like Chinese to me. It makes sense. You know, 1 plus 1 is 2. Let's leave it there. Let's go.
Roll sound. Roll cameras.
25F, take one.
John, why aren't you in your spot? What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I realize that he's here and he needs to be, not.
Hey, Gary, you just for case stay in your spot at this table.
So far this shoot, we haven't been chit-chatting. We just chit-chat now.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But before, it's okay that we weren't. Okay, got it. Where should I mix it
25. Fox, take two.
Aren't you?
Cut. I can't hear you guys. You've got to speak up just a little bit so I can hear you.
Roll sound.
25F, take three.
Stand by for the camera.
$25F, take three.
Aren't you, cutie? They say I'm a pumpkin. But I've been told. Well, more like a butternut squash. So, what are you drinking there?
John.
Jesus Christ, Carl.
Go away.
Cut. Perfect. Perfect timing.
Lost about a milliliter
Good
out
job,
there. That was
guys.
it.
Good. All right. Thank you.
All right.
That was perfect timing.
A little beer on the hand, that's it.
Oh,
Right there, right there, that's it.
Good job. Good job.
You weren't ready.
That was good. Oh, that was such good timing.
Not even a swallow spilled out of there.
That's great. That is great.
Okay, so I want to do it one more time. Cross shooting.
Alright, let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's what
What shot are we doing here?
room and walk across. And just walk
Well, you go
right, just
clump
walk
to
right
something.
under.
Yeah, Jeff, move it down.
Yeah.
Good. Roll sound.
Ready?
Mark it.
25 G, take one.
Action. Good.
All right.
All right, let's move on.
All right, back to this shot, which I was setting up.
Oh, they're like, oh yeah,
I'm gonna twist this one back around.
we didn't have you people.
That's good.
All right.
Everyone in their positions.
See, she's working before, so it doesn't work.
Roll sound.
Sounds big.
All right, we're ready?
Camera speed.
Speed.
Roll scene 25 H, take one.
Okay. I just want to remind Bill that we're going to need him walking in one last time on this.
What about our customer?
Yeah, then, so I see the door of the shot.
Yep. Customer and Bill outside. Yep,
Yeah,
both of
well,
them
that's
outside. We can see that door, so you guys got to come in again.
Still rolling.
All right, everybody, stand by. Action.
Aren't you a cutie?
Hey, so are you, honey.
Cut.
Jump.
Right after you say, right after,
Perfect
oh
timing,
really,
Bill.
oh really, then go ahead and get her.
Okay,
Okay? You hit it so good the last time, we just dropped that. So right after she says, oh really, then, oh, what are you drinking?
And then, you know what I mean.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Roll sound.
Sounds big.
Roll camera.
No.
I'm a real pumpkin, or so I've been told. And then in pumpkin, I'm not sure if that's fair to me or not. And he says more about it on squash. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna go, oh, okay.
So we're taking out the question.
Of you saying, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
It's not working.
Okay.
Go
All
ahead.
right, ready?
I tried.
All right. 25
I got
H,
it. I got it
take
now.
two.
Action.
Go away.
Cut. What's that?
Beautiful.
You spilled less that time.
I saw you catch it good.
Okay, we got it on these. And the light first. Right down the street.
Who do you need?
Actually, a quick study.
Alright, Richard, so what we're doing right now is we're going to light really well for this guy and the guy sitting on the other side looking this way. So obviously that's going to have to go. Take out this whole light actually, spin these two towards this guy. Might actually be good with that.
You guys are kind of whited out, you know. You're just using the one table, actually just so light you get for here.
Probably.
Look at it and see.
Just so I can actually get my tripod back to where I want it.
Man, how hard can it be? Get straight on, don't shoot down there. Shoot like this. Here, let me do it right
Here
there.
like this.
I want the camera set right here. Let me be here.
All right, bring it right there.
Yes, I might.
Can I get Bill and Gary to sit down?
All right, ladies.
The security cameras.
Sure.
Actors to set.
Just need him for a second. But I can't wear a t-shirt. I have to wear the same outfit that I'm wearing. Now moving on.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna follow.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sorry. Toss him out.
He knows better. I get so many people doing that.
It's so static.
I know. But it's a conversation I don't call for.
Definitely. But more so, I don't like that.
You need to be cleaning up that drink. You would be in scene, right? So clean up the drink.
This light over here by the beer cooler needs to be brought back a little bit. Oh no, we are like crazy wide, so we still see that.
Yeah.
25 points for the Bears, man. Definitely won that game. That's good. That China ball is officially in.
Your fucking help. Leave me the hell alone!
Right, that's it. You're done. Larry, you don't have to pay a tab this evening. You pay this. Do me a favour, get this test right. Alright?
I don't need your help.
And I insist, boys. Bugger off. Sling your hooks.
You've been a great help, Blair. You've been a great help.
Did she? I didn't hear it at all. We're gonna do it all over. One more time. One more time.
Surprise.
Yeah, that was great.
You talk to people.
Yeah, no, what happened was it's like go away and then you say something, la 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 la, and then I go back in a jiff. But he said something over the new line that I was supposed to say back in a jiff. Was it okay that I did that? Because we both talked at the same time.
Good to me.
It seemed real to me.
Yeah.
Good,
Now,
good.
The only one thing I saw was when you're picking up the broken glass,
I
you pick
know.
up the whole glass,
I know.
and you come over there and you can see you unwrapping it.
Shit.
So I would just go around the corner and come back in.
Okay, I'll do that.
Set it down over there.
here's what people are so afraid to show their back to the camera. Reality, we show our backs to people all the time. In fact, I was watching Breaking Bad, and I love that show, and it's excellent. And they scenes where they have their backs turned and they're talking because you get this sense like this, like you're talking, and it adds a whole other, you know what I mean?
Adds a dimension to it.
So,
It adds a kind of
just be-
secretism, if that's a word.
Right.
You know,
I'll turn my back to the
that's
camera.
what
It's my best
happens
side.
with blocking sometimes. It's almost like you standing there. People don't do that.
No.
Like this, you know.
Right,
Like
exactly.
that.
You have the camera, they dance over this, shit like this.
So it
Turn,
doesn't
turn,
matter.
walk
Yeah.
around, move around like this, and go like this.
Otherwise,
and,
it's a chorus line. You know.
Exactly. And that's what we
Yeah.
had. And I was like, this is very
Wow.
awkward.
You got to have people, you know.
OTS bill during this. We'll listen to it later.
Lil. Sorry, I'm showing my panties.
No, this is my buddy.
Me and my buddy. I keep losing my t-shirt. I'm trying to do that.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, and you look through this camera and make sure I'm not in your frame.
Does anybody have Richard's number?
Oh, did he leave?
I don't see him. Looks like he left.
He didn't mess around. He jumped right through it. All right, roll sound.
Sound rolling.
Mark it.
25K, take one.
Need your fucking help. Stay the hell away from me, will you?
Right, that's it. You're done. You don't have to pay a tab this evening, Larry. He's already paid his.
No, I don't buy anything. No, I tried.
Although,
I would say,
if you did it like Steve McQueen did in Hunger, you just have one wide shot and then we just have our dialogue all done. That was awesome. For 22 minutes.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
And he smoked it. Or so you always have it laid down under 22 minutes. Straight, no cuts, no, ain't nothing. One wide shot.
I wish it was still like that.
But he started it first. He started it. Oh God, he's rolling the camera. Damn you, Malcolm.
It's nothing sacred.
Hell no, not with him around.
Okay.
Are we ready? All right, here we go.
25K.
Actually, stand by. Yes, Julie is over here. Yes, you are. You're already over here. Okay. Okay.
25K.
You want to start with go away?
I'd like to.
Katrina, then we'll start with the go away thing.
All right, 25K. Take one.
Everybody settle. Stay out of the frame. All right, action.
Go away. Yeah, she called. So you're smart enough to figure out why I'm here. Why are you here?
Larry, there. Probably all we call Larry.
Back in a jiff.
Shut the fuck up, will you? For 1 minute. Jesus. No, you can't help me.
Cut.
Awesome.
That was perfect.
That was perfect.
Yes.
Big ass.
So then we're done with that.
So we're done with that. All we have to do is
All we have to do is the out,
the exit,
the
comes
exit,
back
and
in,
then the
apologizes,
security.
and the security camera.
That's true, Kevin. That's it.
Of course, now we're like, oh, now we're flying through it now that I got my caffeine in me.
Now that they got what?
Caffeine in me. Oh, we got 2 more shots and we're
Yeah.
done.
The Emmys was on tonight. Crap.
I'm
Was the
skipping.
Emmys on tonight?
Hey, did you remember to watch
Was the Emmys on tonight?
Yeah, they were on like at 5 to 8 or 9.
Miss the goddamn
I want to see
Emmys.
the Frenchman and one best.
No! Ah, you're missing everything.
That's.
You guys can go.
Seriously. Thank you, Natasha.
Give me a real like this.
Okay.
Okay, you three.
Are we done?
Katrina?
We're done.
Katrina? Natasha? Since my computer is down, this is your official call sheet. October 5th is noon. That's Saturday. October 6th, which is Sunday, is 11 a.m. Okay. October 5th is the big murder scene. Okay. 6th is my no idea what that is.
Almost a wrap for today. Day 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Are you ready to roll it?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I wonder what that means. My friends that I've known for longer than 10 years, I don't beat around the bush. I fucking yell at them when they need to be yelled at.
Right.
And he's fucking up
You're
big
gonna
time.
frame Eric and Vanessa on the shot
And he
too?
won't listen to me and he grabbed me and that pissed me off.
Yeah, wait till I get a hold of them next weekend.
You already got us walking that way. You don't need that anymore.
I will see you open up.
I mean, how much walking do you really want to show in a movie anyways? Hey, let's watch them walk.
45 minutes. Good.
All you need is just to walk
And they cut all but
and-
like 10 seconds.
and then out the front door. And mean, you don't want to show all the walking. It's a waste of people will be like going, okay, I get it. They're going to leave. Let me see where they go. You're not shooting the wide anyway, right? Jeff! Come on. Let's do this!
Ready? All right, everybody, get out of here.
You don't want to lose your intensity, right? You're ready? He's not ready. You want to get mad?
Oh. All right, guys, you got to get out of here so you can be quiet.
Or stay and be quiet. I don't care. Yeah! Do this!
We got to get out of here so they can be quiet. So slow down. Time out. All right, we ready? Oh, Bill's still in the bathroom. All right, scene 25. This is just like take one. No, you're doing good. Yes, you actually do.
I got to come in and talk first, though.
Yes, you got to go. Know yourself, Mikey?
Wrong.
Action.
Go away. Let me know.
Shut the fuck up right now, will you? Jesus! No, you can't help me.
Bugger off. Come on. Go on.
This is a bullshit place anyhow.
Sling your hook.
Claire, you've been a great help.
All right, another day's wrapped. Back in a couple more weeks. Stay tuned. Yep,
So from what I
the
understand, you
barflies
guys are
will be
gonna-
back.
No, I like it. You grab me again.
Couple more days and then we're done.
Stay the hell away from me.
Fuck you, you little drunk. Get out of here. I hope you get run over on your way home, you motherfucker.
You gonna get little
And then I'm gonna fuck your wife.
Oh! Bam!
Never. Get those big
Never
titties slapping
say
in my
fuck
face,
another
you
man's
fucking
wife.
weenie.
Oh.
You don't fuck with your man's vehicle. You don't fuck with.
Gary,
There we go.
stay away from me! Stay away from me. Okay.
Away from me!
That's it. That's it. Down to where we get rid of that boom shed a little bit, and it's very, very slight.
I don't plan on seeing the ground at all.
Even as he's walking away?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna follow him.
Oh.
So it's all good. No, we're just gonna walk out and you're just gonna see that, right?
You see that, yeah.
Okay.
Aren't you getting a shot, another stick over there?
The lighting is not gonna permit a second lens.
Okay.
Roll sound.
Sound speed.
25M, take one.
And you're set.
Set.
Action.
John. Yeah, my place.
Fuck you. I got a place.
Let me drive.
I'm a responsible drunk. I'm walking. Do me a favor. Stay away from me!
Good. That was good. He fell. He fell. He stumbled and fell. Yeah.
They got nobody to say cut. He's gonna end up in Levine.
Yeah, really. Well, that's where he lives, so it's all good. Want some Cheetos?
No.
Cheetos? Cheeto, anyone? Anybody fancy a Cheeto?
Cheeto.
Those aren't Cheetos
Fancy
anyway.
Cheeto.
What?
Cheese it, whatever.
That was a different.
Cheese.
Hey, Gary, that stumble you did right there, that first stumble, fall down. Fall down. That first stumble you did right there was fantastic. I love that.
You're going to laugh that long?
Go right down.
Was that, is that
Okay,
good?
let's do
Are
it.
you happy that he did that?
All right. One more time.
Roll sound.
Shut that.
All right, mark it. 25. Mike, take 2.
Stay at my place tonight.
Fuck no, I got a place.
Well, let me try.
I'm a responsible drunk. I'm walking.
Talking to himself.
And that 1.4 lens is going to just blow this away.
Basically,
cheese it.
so that's what I thought. So you run. Oh, it was. You did a great job. Oh, I really
Cheese
did.
it.
I didn't really
Cheese
see it, but I'm just gonna say it. Well, I'm glad I'm not asking for any critical information.
Well, let me cheese
A
it.
critique,
I just
an
eat it.
actual,
Cheese
real
it.
critique.
No critique here. Have a cheese.
I don't want to cheese it.
Have a cheese it.
Keep it on
Yeah, of
cheese.
course you can.
Danielle wants.
25 NC.
John, I'm staying at my place.
Leave me be!
One more time. Real quick.
I'm a responsible.
Back to one.
I'm walking.
Still rolling.
Do me a favor and stay away.
Still rolling? Still rolling.
John,
Okay, let's rock and roll. Back to one.
Action! Let's do it one more time.
Yeah.
This time just keep on going. Okay?
Stay away from me.
25 November, take 2.
Action!
John, I'm staying at my place tonight.
Fuck you. I got a place.
Perfect. Now we got to get you going in, apologizing. You can change your shirt. Think we can make the Z? Zulu?
Good? Perfect. So you can go inside, get it lit.
Sorry I made you fall so many times with that hip.
Yeah, you okay?
That last time when I told you to fall by the car, I'm like, oh, he's got...
They get the pebble in the
Oh, he's rapped tonight now.
You're a rough.
I can't go until she...
It was great.
I was waiting for you to break out in, I love the dark. You know you're never going to live that down.
Oh, no.
No, we gotta put that
Neither
on
Tim
DVD.
gonna, I can... What do you think? I'll protect you. I'll protect you.
Oh, God.
I love the storm. I love the dark. We knew it from the very start.
We need everybody else out of the screen here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
John, it
Insider.
doesn't work unless you're the one that asked for the root beer. I mean,
Oh.
why did I call you John? You're Larry. Yeah. Because you don't leave.
No, well, we're changing it because that's not right. Because I only came in to work with John. Why? I have work to do. I'm a busy man, not to sit around and drink
Yeah.
with these girls. I'm too serious.
But you're not leaving. It's
I-
evening. You're deciding to stay.
No, I have to go back to my office.
Oh, and that... Fuck off for a minute. Jesus Christ.
We changed
Hold
it.
on a second.
We're changing that because it doesn't hold true to the character.
Are you sure?
Absolutely not.
Can't work with some people.
Disrespectful.
I'm not saying you were.
Oh. I gotta know my character. If it doesn't fit, it
I know,
makes
but
it
if
better.
you go, I'll have a drink.
more
I'll have
time.
a beer. I mean a root beer.
Bill, one more time.
I asked him if it was okay.
Well, and that's... Oh, you retarded. It just doesn't make sense for her to.
I only came in for him.
For her to
I didn't
say.
come out to hang out.
No, I know, but I mean the whole party animals line doesn't work now. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, it does work. That's what I'm saying. She goes, you got to listen. It works. Totally works. She goes, oh, look out for him. I'm going back to work. What a party animal. Ooh, what a party animal. Totally works.
Not to accuse the son of a bitch who fell over in the parking lot.
Are you okay, Joseph? Yourself. That's why when he told you to fall against the car, I said, no, don't. I said, he's hurt already.
Look at me go, though.
I know, but that's...
What I do for the film to make it look real. I take my licks.
And your lumps.
I got beat up by a guy 30 pounds heavier than me, maybe 2 feet taller. And I got beat up by a guy 60 pounds and he's the size of an outhouse. Okay. But it's all fun and games. As long as it looks good on film, that's all I count. I want to make it look real.
And he got into a fight with the car.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to take your licks to make it look real.
Yes.
Because we're in Arizona and we don't have stunt guys, so you have to do your own stunts. It's gonna be fun. You gotta blame it on this girl here. She's the one who wrote the scenes. So I don't know why she wanted me to get beat up all the time. This drives me crazy.
I have no idea why.
There's no love scenes in it for me. I don't understand that neither.
Just punishment. Like you said, take your licks.
She thinks that I don't know any sign language skills, but I do. I'm very good at sign language because I learned it from my ex-wife. Now I call her bitch. That's her new name. There are other words I'm sorry I just can't use. Because I'm a very nice person and I try not to be mean about it. You just have to look the other way because and just worry about yourself. Don't worry about other people. And the girl right next to me, very pretty and beautiful is the same thing. So if anybody wants that language skills, words. Okay? Handsome.
Very.
Not as handsome as I am, but so you're not going to be hurt back, crying and taking pills. That's not what you want to do when you're 52 years old, which is last week my birthday. So now I've learned a valuable lesson.
Outside, right?
Outside. Yes. Yep.
This should not be handheld.
No, it's got to be steady.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So we got to put it on a tripod or something like that.
Yep.
I got not too much more though. The bulk of the big monologues are done. I'm happy about what. Am I excited about how it turned out? I think I did okay. I just don't like it with the microphone. You know, I feel a character. I need something really. I can get into the character, but like I gotta have that low voice where I can really
Right,
emphasize
right.
the passion of the character. When you have to holler out because of the environment that we're in, I had to holler out the
Yeah,
the
then you're
line.
not getting passionate.
I don't get the passion that I have. I mean, it's
Emotions, yeah.
I can't get the emotion like I want to get out of it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So. But it's just because it's all because of the locations, the environment, sound. Sound is always going to be an issue. If you don't have a good sound, guess what? People are going to turn it off. They're not going to listen to it. I bet in a few.
This is not going to get me high enough.
A few projects where the sound was so bad, even I turned myself off, and that was pretty bad when you turn yourself off.
We were back up. Someone up.
Set it there and I'll bring it in.
I need to stand on something.
Good?
Still not high enough.
Still not high enough?
Actually, I'll probably get away with this.
What about cranking up the ISO?
Oh, it's
To make
cranked.
it real grainy. I like that.
Hello, goodbye. Goodbye, hello. Mwah.
Now this is
How you doing, Ashun?
Oh, okay.
not with a six-pack. Can you see those parking spaces? You can? Yes, pull in.
No, I'll be done here in a few minutes.
Pull in.
Wait up, yeah.
Pull in.
Just wait up.
Looks like I'm staying a bit longer.
Oh, good.
Where do you want me to
That's
pull
all
up
right
at?
though. If I have to, I must.
Where's the car that I kill him in?
If I must, I have to.
We have to stop.
Okay, because that would be off camera.
Oh, this is
That'll be over
cold.
here.
Okay.
Oh, my bottom.
25R, take one.
Go. Good. That's all we need?
Just the one?
Yeah, that's it. That's all we need?
That's right.
We need one of him coming out, do we?
Remember, I would just in case.
Come this way. Cut one more time. When you come out, really hesitate.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay.
Okay, come on. Cut. Good.
Now I got my evidence.
That's the evidence. That is a wrap.
Coolio.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Right on.
Let me go look now.
Have a good night.
Good job. Thank you
Have a
very
good
much.
night.
Good night. Good night, my brother.
Good
See you
night.
next time.
Good
I'm out of here.
night. Good night.
Good
I'm
night,
coming
good
with
night,
you.
good
You're my
night,
little
good
helper.
night.
I'm gonna
Good
come
night,
with
good
you.
night, good night, good night, good night.
Good night, good night.
Good night.
And again, another great weekend. 50% done. We're halfway there.